Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the Denver Nuggets. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. The Utah Jazz made a big move last year with the trade for Mike Conley. Conley said the players they had in place, two-way guys who play unselfishly, is something I've built my game around. We have guys who are willing to do whatever it takes to win. Kevin, back to you.
The Jazz, like Memphis, willing to grind. Thanks, DA. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. We've got Aaron Gordon. Rivers out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the 3. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the 3 slot. Greg, tonight's game, like so many, could come down to the three-point shooting. There are debates as to whether that style alone can win you a championship. What do you think?
You know, there will never be a substitute for balance, but I just think with the evolution of the skill that we see in our game, the coaches and players being so smart, you do want to keep the opponents guessing, but let's face it, the three-point shot is here to stay. It's really simple math. 3 is more than 2.
Here's Denver now. Rivers can't get it to go. Mitchell outside. Trains the three-pointer.
And for Donovan, the 3 really sets up everything else. When he's hitting it, defenses can't just pack it in the lane.
Now here's Murray. Off with the layup. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Conley dishes to Bogdanovich. And Utah, another 3.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
And such a great all-around player for over a decade now. Conley is one of the class acts in our league.
He is, GA, one of the best floor leaders we have. He's completely unselfish. Also, 3-time NBA Sportsmanship Award winner. And in 2019 was named NBA Teammate of the Year.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Now, here's Mitchell. He has 5. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team will remain competitive.
Nailed from three-point land.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Now here's Conley. Inside. Gobert, the pass to Bogdanovich. Murray against Conley. Murray, good. Murray's got 5 now.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Mitchell looking it over. Here's Bogdanovich, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. 5 points in the game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Passes it to Rivers. Back to Jokic. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Mitchell. Doesn't go for him. And the Nuggets going the other way. Rivers with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Here's Jokic. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Now here's Conley. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Mitchell is double. Gobert, good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
The Jazz making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Free throw good, Murray. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Utah leading by 4. There's 1:54 left to play here in the first. Mitchell outside. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Down low, here's Gordon. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Pass to Clarkson. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Traps in the tray. Mitchell's got 10.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here's Jokic to the middle. Gordon trying to break loose, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Mitchell passes to Clarkson. Got a piece of it. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That one goes. Count it.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Here's Clarkson. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Makes it off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Mitchell against Murray. Now Mitchell. Now the pass to Clarkson. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Jazz up by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to help his team succeed.
Selfless. I mean, you need to took your pride, you took your ego out, just to be part of the team and do whatever you need to do to be the best player in your role.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Will Barton. Basket counts.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Utah's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Pulls it from 20. Off the left rim and out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Murray, good.
And Murray has such a soft-looking shot, especially from deep, where he is just lights out. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Millsap with it. Gay picks him up defensively. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
First free throw is good. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Now, here's Clarkson. 5 points in the game. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Jokic against Whiteside. Murray. And it's Gay with the rebound.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Gay against Millsap. That shot off. And Utah the other way now. To end the run. And it's Mitchell missing.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Millsap misses. Jazz trailed by 3. Clarkson taking his time here. That's tipped. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Barton wide open. He fires. And another miss by Denver. Jazz have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Clarkson against Millsap. Lob pass to Gay. Jokic with the steal. Wide open look here for Murray. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Murray's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets. Mitchell against Murray. The drive by Mitchell. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Nuggets.
Pass to Jokic. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Jazz. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Hassan Whiteside. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Gobert, he's checked in for Whiteside. Eric Pascal comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Mike Conley in for Clarkson. Porter's checked in for Denver. And he makes both free throws.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. On the wing, Ingles. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
You can do a lot of things with Ingles offensively. He can initiate, he can play off the ball, and he can shoot it from anywhere on the floor.
Campazzo. Ingles with the rebound.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Here's Porter. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
1:33 left to play here in the half. And here's Conley outside. And it's Denver with the rebound. Now here's Murray. He's got 14. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Gordon comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Austin Rivers in for Jamal Murray. Mitchell finds Conley. Back to Mitchell. 1:07 left to play in the first half. Up top, Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Ingles can't get it to go.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
A 3 ball. And it's Mitchell missing.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
They get it back. Here's Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
Free throw, good. Jokic. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Jazz. And a switcher also for Denver. Morris is checked in. And Jokic drops them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now, here's Mitchell. 12 points for him. Outside, Bogdanovich. It's stolen by Morris. Lays it in off the breakaway. Morris has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, he got it to go!
I can't believe it.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
I didn't think that shot had any chance of going in. Just shows you that anything can happen in this game.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. You know, our coaches really drew up something good for us. You know, they wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? Jamal Murray has been the story in this one. He had 14 points. Well, what can you say about superstar big man Nikola Jokic? Jamal Murray said there's really nothing he can't do other than jump. How about that, Jamal Murray?
That's a good one, but guess what? It's a lot of people that couldn't jump over great players. But nowadays, it's all about skills. Dribbling, shooting, definitely passing. The Joker does it all.
Is that the Joker? He loves to do this. But his playmaking stands out. That to me is what it is. You know, guys have been able to score in this league. The playmaking. But what's that laugh again? Man, that's a no-brainer.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the three, the small forward. To the paint, Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Such a valuable playmaker for this team. Mitchell can get his own and get others involved as well.
And there's a lot of talk about Gobert's rim protection, but his rebounding is every bit as important on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's finishing off defense. Once you force them to miss, you don't want to allow second chance opportunities. Rudy Gobert averaged over 10 defensive boards a game last year. That was the best numbers of his career and top 3 in the league.
Outside for Murray, goes up again.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
That one's off. He's made 5 and missed 3 now. Here's Mitchell. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Great job getting it to go after he takes the hit. Mitchell plays with a force every night.
Doubled by Conley. Murray finds Jokic. Count it. Jokic has got 10.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Passes it to Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jokic. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
High character kid, well spoken. In fact, Mitchell's pre-draft interviews helped him rocket up the board.
And Mitchell drops them both. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. To the inside, Jokic, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but...
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to, helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Here's Mitchell. 19 points in the game. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Rivers passes to Jokic. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Jazz trail by 5. Mitchell with it. Now defended by Jokic. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Jazz shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Mike Conley. And a switcher also for Denver. Will Barton, he's checked in for Porter. Free throw drops for Mitchell. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. They've led by as much as 10. And again, Denver no good. Utah has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
The Nuggets with another miss. Jazz have gotten 4 of their first 5 second half shots to fall. 80% since the break. That evens the score. Clarkson's got 9 points.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Whiteside's checked in for the Jazz. Now, here's Clarkson. 9 points in the game so far. And Bogdanovic kicks to Clarkson. To the right side. Whiteside dishes to Mitchell for the lead. They get a hand on it, and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Dozier passes to Murray. Inside. Here's Jokic. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Bogdanovic. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. 10 points for him.
Has a great combination of height and body frame. Bogdanovic can keep up with the defenders physically.
Monte Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. Denver calls timeout. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the off season honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Here is Whiteside. Denver getting their last shot to go. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
The Jazz have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. The Jazz making a switch here. Haskell's checked in. And both free throws good for Clarkson. 1:56 left in the third quarter. Jokic with it. 13 points in the game. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
And it's Utah's ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Pass to Pascal. Outside Bogdanovic. Misses the 3.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Jokic with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Morris kicks to Dozier. Barton outside. Hits the three-point bomb.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 22. Back to Clarkson. Mitchell outside. The Jazz with another miss.
This is the guy who had 3 threes in the first half. Since then, still waiting on number 4.
Here's Dozier. Down low. Millsap shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovic.
And once Millsap is that deep, hard not to come away with a foul.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And it's fair to say that Millsap has been very underrated throughout his career. A versatile, tenacious forward who quietly destroys whoever he plays.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovic, and Mike Conley is subbed in for Mitchell. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Jazz trail by 3. Conley, the pass to Pascal. Back to Conley. Dishes it to Clarkson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Barton outside, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hayes checked in. Now here is Conley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Good on the three-point shot.
The silent assassin, Ingles, continues to do his job and does it at a high level.
Here's Dozier. For Denver, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
first free throw is good. That one is no good.
You know he wanted to knock down all his shots at the line, but he still did enough to put them in front.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Jazz lead by 1. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. They've led by as much as 10. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Paul Millsap, Gordon out there with Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. Now here's Clarkson. Count it. And the Jazz lead by 3.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And it's good, 2 points.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Gay outside. Here's the 3. Unable to get that one. And Denver the other way now. Clarkson against Millsap. He kicks to Gordon. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Gobert, he's checked in for Eric Paschall. And Denver also making a switch. Rivers checked in. Back to Clarkson. Now here's Conley. He's tightly guarded. And here's Clarkson. Out to Conley. It's tipped. Shot clock at 2.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Or is he actually insane enough to think that he might be able to make that? Either way, we might see him sitting by himself for a while.
Here is Conley. Denver able to drain the 3. Gobert finds Conley. Here's Clarkson. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Clarkson's got the game tied up here for the Jazz. Rivers against Clarkson. Rivers can't get it to go. Utah's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Offensive rebound. Gay, that's good. And the Jazz lead by 2.
Yeah, despite the injuries he suffered in his career, Rudy Gay remains a pretty good athlete.
The pass to Rivers. The 3 doesn't go that time.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And here are the Nuggets now, following the 3-pointer by Utah. Campazzo, that's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Jazz passing it around. Shots good by Gay. Gay's got 4 points this quarter.
Exactly the result you want from that trip up the court. Rudy Gay with a look from point-blank range.
Here's Rivers. Can't hit from in close.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Now, here's Ingles. Over Porter. Here's Gobert. And that one is off. Nice D from Porter. Campazzo. Good on the triple.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Millsap with the double team. Clarkson dishes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Donovan Mitchell.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He said, "This is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win." Kevin, you know what side he's on.
A big you can't really send to the line too much. Jokic, an effective free throw shooter.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Mitchell, he's checked in for the Jazz. And Jokic drops them both.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Now, here's Clarkson. Now Mitchell. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's Porter outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got his 7th assist here tonight. Mitchell right side. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Open jump shot off the mark. Denver's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Campazzo, he's covered by Clarkson. And it's Jokic missing. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Clarkson kicks to Mitchell. And then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Murray's checked in.
Terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Nuggets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. There's 42 seconds left in the 4th. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. A critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Now O'Neal. Here's Mitchell. Count it!
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's the Nuggets with the ball. Gordon finds Rivers. Back to Gordon. Clarkson against Murray. Misses in close. Mitchell outside, and he commits the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies. Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game. And so it's Utah with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike, you guys really came on in the second half. What changed?
We just started playing basketball again. I told the guys at halftime that we can't just turn it on and off. We got to be able to use the pedal to the metal, and guys came out and defensively focused, and guys making the double extra plays to get defensive stops.
Well, defense is obviously your team's calling card. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.